awesome.
I mean, what am I gonna do with you?
As you can see, this is the current setup that I have. So I don't have anything super fancy. This is just like your regular college laptop. Got a free monitor that I got from my mom's old work when they were downsizing and getting rid of stuff. I have a TV that I pretty much had since college, and then I got my PS4 that's underneath that, again with just some leftover office materials that's propping that up. I got a mic off Amazon. I think it was like 35 bucks. We got our Elgato Stream Deck. So that's all the stuff we got now. We got a new toy to play with. I need to do some reorganizing and figure out what fits best in this small apartment space. Alright, guys, so if you've ever watched the show House, he does everything on the whiteboard. And me, I kind of do a lot of my thinking on the whiteboard as well. So I was doing some doodling last night, did some measurements, and this is kind of the game plan that we're looking at right now. So obviously, I got my bed here. This is going to be my bookshelf that is currently in this corner. The big L-shaped desk is going to go here. I got another smaller desk that's out in my living room right now. I'm basically using it as a bar cart. My little futon mattress I'm going to put here in the corner. It's just a good little spot for me to kind of relax. If somebody stays the night or has too much to drink, it's a great little crash pad for them. And then I'm not going to move this. This is like one of those half bookshelves. It's where I currently have my records. And then, yeah, my chair will just go somewhere here in the middle. So let's be honest, guys. A lot of the time, we are more excited for the final product than going through and doing all the work. So, quick little Cliff Notes version. I got to move my tree and my coffee table out to my living room. I know there's space there because I moved it from there into here. I also got to take this little DVD cart, shelf, whatever you want to call it. I got to move that out there as well. That's going to be replacing where the desk is out there. So I got to take all that like liquor cart stuff off there, clean that off. And then I got to move this bookshelf, take all the books off, wipe it down, move it over 3 feet. And after that, I got to take off all the cords, unplug everything that is hooked up to my current setup, and move that from one side of the room over to the other. So it's going to take a while. I'm hoping to get it somewhat put together by the end of the night.
Cause day and night.
This is 3 days later. So when I was initially putting everything together, it all kind of fit the way I wanted it to. But when I went to set up the computer, I had some lights that were flashing that were kind of weird. So I kind of paused, messed around with some of the cords, couldn't figure it out, messed around with some of the settings, couldn't figure it out. And of course, the place isn't available to reach on weekends. I mean, I knew it was kind of the Christmas break and all that stuff, so I wasn't expecting much, but I had to wait until Monday to figure out what was wrong with it. And it turns out, if you can see behind me, I have this all synced up. So this light and this light were synced together, and then this one and the back one there were not. So trouble and error, we got them all synced up. There's no errors. I just didn't want to start putting things together on this computer and getting everything set up if I was then going to have to take it all down, ship parts back, or ship the whole thing back. So we were kind of put on pause for a couple days. But yeah, this is how it kind of ended up. So as you can see over my shoulder, this is my bookshelf. I kind of like that it's there because it's kind of like sayings and quotes and such. The more that you see things, the more like you're willing to do it. And I've definitely fallen off on the amount of reading that I used to do. I feel like I used to average like 6 books a year, so like a book every 2 months. And I don't really read much anymore. So I need to get back into that. I know I got one Cardinals book for Christmas this year, and I think last year that I'm kind of itching to get back to. So we have that there. As you can see, this is the new PC that I got for Christmas. Stream Deck we got down here, mic down here, had that stuff. This keyboard actually came with the computer. We didn't think this came with the keyboard, so I actually have a better one and another one that's just sitting over there waiting to be played with. PS4 is down there. This is another new thing that I got basically for myself. It's like a little just desk stand, but it also has 4 USB plugins. It's got a drawer right here that you can put stuff in. So I got my little remote and my little notepad for whenever I get ideas. This is something that you probably can't see, but I have 3 little tiny lights that are up there. They're not super bright or anything. Like, I'll turn them on,
'Cause day and night.
and you probably won't notice it. But for me, when I'm just sitting here watching the TV and watching a movie at night, it's just kind of like a mood lighting, stuff like that. To go along those lines of lighting as well, through the lamp back there, and then I have another light over here, so hopefully we have solid lighting for whenever I do come back to streaming. This was another little thing that I picked up myself. It's just a little like clip strip type thing that you put on the back of, whether it's your laptop, I put it on the monitor, and then just magnet strip or whatever for my webcam. Again, I've had this webcam, it's nothing special, but so that allows me a little bit more freedom to move things around. These speakers I've had, I didn't realize that like this didn't have anything built in, and even my monitor didn't have any speakers, so I grabbed these speakers just out from my living room. They're those like color lighting ones, so whenever the music gets loud, the light or the water goes up and the light kind of reflects off of the water. Another thing that I like about this is that it does come with like a little phone holder, so you pull that out and put your phone, because I know whenever I hop on a computer and I'm doing stuff, I always lose track of my phone. So that's the setup there. Again, the mouse came with it, color stuff, RGB crazy galore. And then just as we kind of go to the right, you can kind of see it's just the TV that I've had. And then this is the laptop that I have, and a monitor that I've had that nothing fancy. This monitor actually was something free that I just picked up from a scrap pile. But this little section right here is turning into kind of like my workstation. So like when I'm doing my homework, my coding and such, I'm only on here. So like I'll throw up my Visual Studio Code. I always mix up the 2 words of code and studio, but I throw it up there, and then I'm doing my reading on here and kind of making stuff as it goes. And then I have my books down below, some Scratchpad stuff. These are some markers and such that I use for jotting down ideas, drawing ideas, stuff like that. So this desk, it's not anything fancy, because I've actually had this since I was in, I think, grade school. So the fact that this thing has lasted that long is pretty special. This is coming off, so I'm trying not to mess with that too much. And then just random stuff. My cable management isn't the best, but it's not on the floor, so that's you know, improvement, I guess. And then just below, we got, that's just my printer. We don't really use it much. I always like having some scratch pad, and got my whiteboard right over here. This is another little thing that I picked up, you know, holds the headset. I like it because it's not one that you have to screw anything in, and it's not one that you have to tape anything in, because I've had that with the other ones, and the tape ones only last for so long. And then like the screw ones, I just don't want to mess up my desk any more than I have to. So this is really just like one of those like spring ones, and then the fact that it rotates in and out, in a sense the way that I put it in there, it kind of locks, like you're not going to be able to pull it out here because of this. So that's kind of the setup that we got going on right now.
'Cause day and night.